It is incredibly fascinating and thought-provoking to see women messages that women are sending to single happy men. They share their viewpoints on the men going their own way movement and expressed her thoughts on how they finds the entire concept a bit peculiar after watching some online videos. Here's what one of them said. While browsing the internet, I stumbled upon MGTOW, which was completely new to me. Honestly, I consider it highly harmful and excessively prejudiced towards women. I mean, who gave men the authority to determine when and if they can be in a relationship with a woman? I firmly believe it is their responsibility to be involved with women. How can they simply decide to stop dating women altogether? I believe this is not just discriminatory towards women, but also because men are avoiding their responsibilities. If I watch the videos or read the blogs on websites, I notice that the words used are devoid of emotion, yet they appear genuinely sincere. I appreciate that they don't directly antagonize women, and I don't think they aim to propagate hatred towards them, which is a positive aspect. However, I'm still puzzled as to why men would no longer desire to be with women. I'm genuinely curious. Do men who support MGTOWs genuinely advocate for complete gender segregation? Do you truly believe that women hold all the power, which often appears completely irrational to me? How much responsibility do you think men bear in the dysfunctional relationships between men and women? Furthermore, how do you explain the presence of numerous men in high positions of authority in politics and business accumulating wealth? Do you adhere to any aspect of the patriarchal concept? I don't intend to dismiss your viewpoint. I simply want to understand it better. I'm just curious. Now let's address the notion of prejudice. Are we considered prejudiced if we choose not to sacrifice ourselves for women and prefer to take care of ourselves independently? Men who go their own way aren't intentionally unfriendly, but rather actively practice passive aggression. By embracing the truth symbolized by the red pill, we refuse to be deceived by the pervasive manipulation and control imposed by women, state institutions, corporations, and cultural establishments. They deliberately complicate matters, forcing men like us to navigate our thoughts and decisions for the rest of our lives. Men are now speaking out against the forced servitude women have imposed on us for centuries.
Here I am. I still emerge more powerful than ever before. There is a large contingent of the population. There's a large contingent of men out there who don't want to wear makeup, who don't want to be girls, who don't want to be told they're toxic because they want to go to the gym, who want to drive nice cars, who want to have money, who want to have hot chicks. And there's nothing wrong with us. We are not evil. We are not bad. We're not misogynistic. We're not out to hurt anybody. Let me tell you one more thing. When bad things happen, they call men like us. The feminists who hate us and call us toxic, the second they have trouble, they'll call a police officer. Do you think they want a feminist male to turn up or a man like me and you? They need us and they use us. But the second we have an opinion, the second I decide to voice and talk about the things that we talk about, explain our points of view, they want to cancel us. They don't want us to speak. They just want us to defend them, build the railroads, build the roads, be the workhorses, be the slaves, and they think we're not allowed our point of view. Well, they made a fucking mistake because I, like every great leader throughout history, charge first, before my army, cavalry charge at the enemy. You can cancel me. I'm about to pave the road for every other man out here with an opinion who's going to get canceled. I'll show you where to fucking go. Bro, let's get ready to rumble.
We are now liberated, and if you label us as misogynistic, you are nothing more than a dictator. We speak sincerely and sanely about what we know, without any rage. You're intrigued by the idea that if someone were to oppress women in the same manner that women mistreat men, they wouldn't simply throw a tantrum. They would mobilize the full force of the state to delegitimize men on every front. By conditioning us to act appropriately, many women have managed our behavior, withholding physical intimacy based on their predetermined notions of acceptable conduct. As a group, you typically show us love, affection, and intimacy in return for taking you to dinner parties, buying luxury handbags, or fulfilling various favors and gifts. If we fail to do so, you make our lives miserable. MGTOW men acknowledge this as an inherent trait of women. It is no longer a mystery to us, as many of us have experienced it long enough to recognize it as an authentic aspect of feminine nature. Getting enraged about it is a complete waste of time. We have a backup plan, which is the internet. Our knowledge serves as our defense, and since no one else will tell us the truth, we exchange our knowledge among ourselves.
So MGTOW stands for men going their own way. Men going their own way simply means this. a group of men, and they have decided that they are going to opt out of the system, opt out of the game, and go their own direction and ignore this entire societal construct. For most of them, getting rid of women, not accepting the institutes of marriage or cohabitation, basically just rejecting women in general and going out and making their own way, working on personal development, working on themselves, working on being a man and doing what they want in life, because they feel like life is not fair, that the game board is not fair, it's set up unfairly against them.
As men going their own way, we are primarily heterosexual males. We do not urge men to abandon women and pursue relationships with other men. We don't engage in the manipulative tactics employed by these modern female authors and researchers. Many of us have loved women, and for many this realization is the challenging final step towards understanding that we must relinquish the illusion of love. Women employ the facade of love to keep men trapped in an immature state throughout their adult lives. Society fears authentic men because they live for themselves and without regrets. Men who go their own way believe that society deliberately keeps us unhappy and dissatisfied to make us more productive in other aspects. However, the truth is that when we are content, we work even harder. Yet society is afraid of our joy. In discussing MGT0W, I draw upon both my personal experiences and those of other men around me when addressing specific women. Regarding your inquiry about complete gender segregation, although many of us are content with occasional dating and personal relationships with women, we do not seek absolute gender segregation. More importantly, we refuse to sacrifice our lives, finances, or way of life to comply with unreasonable demands that women may impose on us. You also question the abundance of men in powerful positions in politics and business. The answer is quite straightforward. Men establish enterprises, foster innovation, and create, while women control and distribute the majority of the wealth and advancements produced by men. Since men are the primary inventors, why shouldn't they profit from and retain power over their creations? Facebook, created by a man, and Google, founded by two men, serve as examples. Essentially, you argue that men who invented the steam engine and numerous other life-improving technologies should simply relinquish control to women, which lacks logical coherence. Men who accumulate wealth and power often do so to enhance their attractiveness to women, who, incidentally, are often drawn to success. When men lose their ability to accumulate wealth and power, they become indifferent since there is no point in working for nothing. Men are responsible for maintaining crucial infrastructure, such as buildings, factories, and highways. Women are reluctant to work in construction and road maintenance. They prefer roles such as city planners, instructing road workers from the comfort and safety of a desk, dictating what needs to be repaired. Women won't truly understand the male experience until they're compelled to rely solely on themselves. Men don't give or receive freebies. If I ask my friends for free help with a project, most of them will dismiss me. But if I pay them, they will arrive on time and complete the task. There is always a man or a white knight willing to fulfill women's requests for free when they use their allure and charm to entice men. Men would never encounter such privileges because they are exclusive to women. What do you think? Tell us down in the comments section below. Be sure to subscribe and activate the notifications bell. Also, like and share the video, champs. Thank you for watching.